You don't lose focus, you leak it, not in explosions, but in quiet drips, through open tabs, half-finished thoughts, invisible micro-decisions you don't even notice, until one day your mind feels like a room where every light is on but no one is home. I'm Marcus Voss. This channel isn't about hype, it's about rebuilding your inner structure. For years I've studied what silently traps your focus and what finally sets it free. Not hacks, not hustle, but patterns rooted in how your brain actually wants to work. And once you understand how to train that pattern with one quiet technique, you'll never see focus the same way again. Your mind isn't unfocused, it's unfixed. You don't need more pressure, you need an internal point of gravity, a way to center thought before it scatters. Trying to focus without structure is like trying to hold water in your hands. The harder you try, the faster it slips. Your brain is brilliant, but it's also sensitive to noise, to clutter, to unspoken pressure. Every open loop, every half thought, every tiny notification becomes a crack in your concentration, not loud enough to notice, but strong enough to undo your clarity. And because you can't see the leak, you blame yourself for the flood. So you push harder, you make longer lists, you chase motivation, but deep down you feel it. You are tired of trying, tired of drifting, the guilt, the mental fog, the feeling that no matter how much you want to change, something keeps pulling you off course. But this isn't about willpower, it's about architecture. Genius isn't about thinking more, it's about protecting your focus with fewer, stronger mental anchors. And the difference between chaos and clarity starts with one shift inside a single moment. This internal fog has a hidden source, and understanding it changes everything. You've told yourself this would be the day you finally lock in, that you'd push through the fog, sit down and focus like the person you know you could be. But here you are again, frozen in a mental loop. And it's not because you're lazy, it's not because you lack discipline. It's because no one ever taught you how to protect your focus from the chaos closing in around it. Let me guess. You sit at your desk, open a tab, then another, then your phone. You check the time, tell yourself, I'll start at the top of the hour. But that hour comes and passes and nothing happens. Your mind is racing, your body still, and your willpower is already burned out before the day begins. You're not avoiding the task, you're avoiding the noise inside your own head. That constant background hum of unmade decisions, scattered priorities, and a dozen silent expectations pulling at your attention. It's not a lack of effort, it's a lack of structure. And in a disorganized mental environment, focus becomes a fight you can't win. Here's the truth. You don't fail because you're weak. You fail because everything around you, your digital world, your routines, even your workspace, is designed to fragment you. You're trapped in a system that floods your mind with invisible noise while quietly starving you of clarity. And without a ritual, without rhythm, without silence, your attention never gets a chance to land. But this isn't the end of the story, because this pattern, it has a cause. Your brain is responding exactly the way it was trained to. And once you understand the why behind it, everything begins to change. Your brain isn't sabotaging you, it's protecting you. It was built for survival, not modern focus. And in a world flooded with stimuli, it still follows ancient rules. Conserve energy, avoid uncertainty, and seek quick relief. This is why, when a task feels too complex, boring, or emotionally heavy, your brain reroutes. It defaults to the familiar, checking your phone, skimming tabs, drifting into thought. That's not failure, it's efficiency. Your limbic system, the oldest part of your brain, is trying to reward you with comfort instead of clarity. This is not weakness, it's biology. Imagine this. Your attention is like water flowing downhill. It doesn't ask what's most important. It follows the path of least resistance. Right now, that path leads toward distraction. Because that's the trail you've walked again and again until it became automatic. Trying to focus in that environment, it's like lighting a candle in the wind. The intention is real, but the conditions don't let it stay lit. But here's the turning point. Your brain is not fixed. It's plastic, not in texture, but in behavior. It rewires based on what you repeat, what you reinforce, what you ritualize. This is neuroplasticity and is the science of becoming who you want to be. You don't need more pressure, you need structure. A small, repeatable system that teaches your brain a new path. One where clarity becomes easier than escape. And yes, that shift can begin with one small gesture. One simple ritual that tells your brain, this is the new path now. Let me show you how. I call it the still point ritual. It's not a task, it's a shift. A quiet symbolic reset, the moment you interrupt mental noise and teach your brain a new rhythm of presence. This is your focus anchor. A physical gesture that reclaims space from distraction and signals. This is where clarity begins. Not through force, but through intention. Here is your 24-hour challenge. And it starts now. Step 1. Find one small space. A corner of your room, a silent seat, even the edge of your bed. No music, no phone, just stillness. Sit upright, rest your hands palm down. Eyes softly open or closed. Step 2. Take 3 deep breaths. With each exhale, imagine releasing one layer of noise. Now slowly lift one hand and draw a small invisible circle in the air in front of you 3 times. This is your still point, a gesture of interruption, of reorientation. Let the world pause around it. Step 3. In that silence, ask, what is the next focus I choose? Then speak or write a single word, nothing more. That's it. Do this ritual 3 times today, even if all you do afterward is one clear action. You're not trying to finish something. You're training your brain to listen for intention before slipping into reaction. Why this works? The brain is pattern seeking. When you create a repeated cue, a space, a gesture, a question, your nervous system begins to associate it with focused response. This is neuroplasticity in motion, behavior shaping circuitry through repetition and context. You are not just pausing, you are crafting a new reflex, one that says, I can return, I can choose, I can begin again. So don't wait for the perfect moment, don't wait to feel ready. The readiness is in the gesture. Right now, with one breath and one motion, you send a clear signal. I am teaching my mind to focus, my way, my pace, from this still point forward. You saw that your struggle with focus was never about willpower. It was noise, chaos, unseen friction in your mental space. You felt the truth. Your brain isn't broken. It's waiting for rhythm. And you now hold something rare, a way back to clarity that begins with one small gesture. You didn't land here by accident, and you didn't stay without reason. To sit with these insights, to feel them, is already resistance to the drift. Every time you repeat the still point, you are not just calming your mind, you are carving a new identity. Quiet, centered, present, yours. This is how change begins, not with pressure, but with design. And if today you saw the pattern that keeps stealing your clarity, then the next step is learning how to reshape it with a system that holds, a system that starts exactly where this episode ends. If what you experienced today felt like the veil between you and clarity just lifting, you're already ahead of the story most people never begin. Change My Mind isn't just another program. It's the architecture of inner clarity, a system that translates insight into daily rhythm, integrity, and real momentum. Not fluff, not tricks. A scaffold built to help you habitually reclaim mental space day by day. If your every morning starts with good intentions, only to get swallowed by distraction, guilt, and half-finished tasks, this is for you. Change My Mind guides you out of that loop, with structure that honors your brain space and tools you can trust in real life. The link is in the description, available only through this channel. Click now to join Change My Mind and begin designing the mental system your mind desperately needs. If this episode struck something true in you, share it with someone whose mind feels restless and drop a comment. What's the distraction you keep returning to? Next time, we'll dive into habits that quietly sabotage your brain and how to neutralize them today. I'm Marcus Voss, specialist in focus, clarity, and cognitive structure. Your next chapter starts now.